Welcome back to a new lesson. Now that we've covered the basics, let's dive into the practical side. Feel free to use any editing software of your choice. I'll be using After Effects mainly because of its Puppet tool. It's a fantastic way to simulate movement, offering a shortcut so you don't have to bring in a frame-by-frame animator. It's wise to start by mapping out our narrative. This narrative will dictate the video's timing. We'll work directly with our project's final music track and lyrics. I've been diving into the project file with our initial animatic. It's pretty typical for the animatic to differ from the final version. Let's take a look and break down the principles. First and foremost, we add all the storyboard shots and the voice track to the project. After that, we create a composition and add the voice track to it. Guided by the storyboard and the voice, we arrange the shots one after another, adhering to the intended timing. The timings in the storyboard and the audio track may vary slightly, and that's perfectly normal. That's the essence of animatics, to work on these moments to find optimal solutions. After placing the shots and setting up frame transitions preliminary, we obtain the initial iteration of the animatic. At this stage, we can see where the dynamics may be lacking or where pauses are needed to intensify the drama. Let's take a look at the result.
Welcome to Discovery Channel. Look at these beautiful creatures. They are preparing the food and I seize it. It's creepy tasty. Stop. Zoom out quickly. It's a croc snake trying to steal their food and Bumblebee fighting with him. It's a mind blowing his head. Do you see this too? I can't believe it. What the hell is going on here? It's 3D motion based.
Excellent. Next, we need to refine the animatic. Add the primary movements to the characters, animate zooms, and so on. Before the first shot, we need to animate the beetle, give it movement from the bottom left corner, and we also move its wings. After the beetle's flight, the camera moves forward and the leaves should reveal the next shot with the main scene. This scene remains in the frame for a few seconds so the audience can observe all the characters. After this, we zoom in and transition to a close-up with the marshmallow. For this character, we'll add eye animation. They will tremble, making the character look very cute. Afterward, we start melting it and it becomes quite grotesque. Eye animation will enhance the contrast between these stages. On this shot, we'll add Tom animation using the wave warp effect. In the next shot, teeth appear and start consuming the marshmallow. They close together in the middle of the frame and chew several times. Afterward, we perform a zoom out, moving away from the close-up of the snake's head. Then we see the struggle between our main character, who is holding the marshmallow on a stick. The snake can be animated using puppets. We place 3 key points here and animate them. In the next shot, we perform a small zoom out. Here the struggle continues already in this position. The character stands at full height and fights for the marshmallow. The snake will also be animated using puppets. Then I added a change in the character's position. Initially, this wasn't drawn, so I utilized the next shot. I cut out the character from it and inserted an intermediate frame. Here we need to add eye animation for a comical effect and animate the mouth as if the snake is chewing. Afterward, at the end, it should inflate even more. Next, a close-up on the snake. The snake continues to chew. The character inflates it again. It looks around hurriedly and chews quickly before exploding. Let's see how it looks in the final animatic.
Welcome to Discovery Channel. Look at these beautiful creatures. They are preparing the food and I seize it. It's creepy tasty. Stop. Zoom out quickly. It's a croc snake trying to steal their food and Bumblebee fighting with him. It's a mind blowing his head. Do you see this too? I can't believe it. What the hell is going on here? Ah, it's 3D motion based.
This is what the animatic looks like. This version is quite sufficient for further work. We focus on the most important elements. Let's break down how it's done in more detail. It's all quite simple and the most importantly quick. At the first shot we animated the beetle. It flies out from the lower part of the frame. We also added leaves for the transition to the next scene. They appear at this moment. I cut them out using a mask from the first scene. Here there is also a mask on top that covers the beetle. It's just a white shape. Next there is a duplicate shape for the beetle's body and duplicates of its wings animated using the rotation parameter. For animation I used only 2 keyframes and added an expression loop out ping pong to avoid animating it all manually. The little beetle fly away and the camera moves forward. I achieved this effect by using a null object to which the scene with the beetle and leaves is linked. I animated the scale parameter. The leaves spread apart and the main scene opens up. Next, we zoom into the marshmallow. This is done using scale animation. We animated the eye pupils for this character. Here I also used a white shape to hide the original pupils. Next, I duplicated the layer and used a mask to cut out the necessary elements. I animated the position parameter and added an expression loop out ping pong. After that, I showed morphing using an incoming frame, which I animated using the opacity parameter. And to animate the tone in this shot, I used a mask and added the wave warp effect to it. Next, the shot is overlaid with the appearance of teeth. The upper and lower jaws quickly close together in the center of the composition. The only thing is to adjust the mask for the marshmallow scene. Right now it is working in advance. I select this layer, press the U key to open the keyframes and slightly move the keyframes forward. Now it looks the way it should. It creates the feeling that the snake has swallowed our marshmallow character. The upper and lower jaws animate by position, the teeth close and a brief pause is held before the mouth starts chewing. Next, a zoom out occurs from a close-up of the head to this composition. There is animation of the snake, it's fighting with our character who's roasting a marshmallow on a stick. Here initially there is a mask that covers the original element. And directly the snake is cut out using a mask on a duplicate layer. It's animated using puppet pins. Puppet pins look like this, and here there are only 3 of them. I animated this middle part by position and also added an expression loop out ping pong on it. Next, a slight zoom out, the character stands up and the struggle for the marshmallow intensifies. In the frame we see characters who are surprised by what's happening. In this shot, the snake is also animated using puppet pins. Next, the character reaches for the stick and starts inflating the snake. For the snake, I added pupil animation. It is made according to the same principle as before. We cover necessary areas with a white shape using the mask, cut out the necessary elements, and animate them. For the pupils, I used toggle hold keyframe animation. This is done so that they move in a single frame. And the snake's mouth is animated using the scale parameter. At the end of this shot on the adjustment layer, we added the bulge effect to indicate another inflation of the snake. Next, a close-up. Here there is a brief pause, and then the snake slowly starts chewing. The cheek is also animated using the position parameter. In the penultimate shot, the snake influences even more. It looks confused and looks around. The pupil is animated by position using the toggle hold keyframe. Finally, it starts chewing rapidly and explodes. With the help of such simple animations, we've created quite an informative animatic spending only a small amount of time on it. You can create a more detailed animatic if time and resources allow. Perhaps you can draw 2D animation which will allow you to refine the animatic closer to the final project version. This will save time and resources during the production phase of the video. Let's take a look at an example of such an animatic.
Welcome to the weird world Emotionverse. In this world, unicorns make rainbow poops, which is a rare material. Everybody's hunting for it, and the bad guys shouldn't use it. Luckily, there was a Sin 7 collective that saved the poops and brought them into good hands. They are finally ready to release the magic of the pool. And you?
Congratulations, everyone! You've journeyed through the entire process, and now it's time to bring your character to life in your short film. Remember the unexpected yet simple mix you've crafted. Apply this principle to every facet of your video. I'm eager to see the unique worlds you've envisioned within your creative minds. Until the next time, take care.